George Zimmerman may have been cleared of Trayvon Martin's killing in Florida, but his troubles are far from over. The NAACP has collected over 1 million signatures for a petition urging the federal government to file hate crime charges against the former Community Watch volunteer. Here once again is CCTV's Nitza Perez.
The black church is asking and pleading and begging in Christ Jesus that the Justice Department, U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder, we're asking the White House, President Barack Obama, to file civil rights charges against George Zimmerman.
Not guilty.
George Zimmerman is a free man under the Florida law, but the pressure is on the federal government to change that. On Monday, the chief United States prosecutor, Attorney General Eric Holder, addressed the case publicly for the first time since the verdict.
I share your concern.
The Justice Department says it's evaluating whether it has enough evidence to support criminal charges against Zimmerman under a federal hate crimes law case. Holder says the investigation is ongoing.
We are resolved, as you are, to combat violence involving or directed at young people, to prevent future tragedies, and to deal with the underlying attitudes, mistaken beliefs, and stereotypes that serve as the basis for these two common incidents.
The federal government's concern might not be enough for the thousands of people that took the streets across the nation protesting the verdict. Some people wore hoodies, similar to the one Trayvon Martin was wearing the night he was shot by Zimmerman. Others held posters with Martin's face. Many walked miles demanding justice and honoring the Miami teenager who was killed last year. Demonstrations were mostly peaceful, although police arrested some protesters. If the Department of Justice decides to file charges and appease protesters, federal prosecutors would need to establish that Zimmerman was motivated by race, even though race was barely mentioned at the state trial.
Legal analysts say that it will be an uphill battle to prove that this was a racially motivated hate crime. The government is required to prove beyond reasonable doubt that George Zimmerman, who is both white and Hispanic, shot Trayvon Martin, who is black, because of his race. However, civil rights advocates are urging the government to pursue the charges. Nitza Perez, CCTV, Miami.